Hey, welcome back to another exciting episode of Coffee with Tracey. I am your host, Tracey Osborne. With me today is a dear friend, former client, Colleen Davie Janes. I'm really excited about this because we're going to talk about video and using video for your business. So hopefully I learned some good tips to make these videos even better. Let me read her bio real quick and then we'll get going.
Okay.
Colleen Davie Janes is the owner and creator of Acer Video, a video marketing company created for coaches, entrepreneurs, and local small businesses to take the mystery, myth, and plain old fear out of using high-quality, impactful videos for your business. With her decades of experience in video and film production, as well as acting and stand-up comedy background, I didn't know you were a comedian.
I was.
She gently and humorously helps business owners grow their visibility through video. Colleen offers done-for-you video services as well as her signature 8-week group course, Acing the Basics. So welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's nice to be here.
Yeah, I'm so excited. So let's talk. Let's just dive in. Why is video so important for your business nowadays?
Well, it's funny because I started my business about 2 years ago on the advice of a coach because I was already doing film and stuff, but I didn't have my own business. And she was like, video is going to be huge. And I went, really? You think? And sure enough, really it's like in your face, nothing you can do about it. So the reason that it is because it's the only way you can make eye contact with somebody right now in our virtual world, almost eye contact.
Right.
And as I say, until there are holograms, like Obi-Wan, video is the fastest and only way you're going to get the know-like trust factor much more quickly. Even audio, I did a podcast today and I was talking to this woman who's obviously lovely, but I know that it would have been so much more effective for us if we had been, making eye contact like you and I are right now, right?
Right.
You and I have spoken on the phone many, many times, but we never did video before.
No, it's the first time we've seen each other face to face, sort of.
Right. And I'm sure that if we had done video, we would still be working together. No, I'm kidding. You moved on and up big time. So yeah, I was like, womp womp. I got to go find someone else.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I was happy for you.
I did. I moved onward and upward. So yeah, I totally get that. And that makes sense. I never really thought about the whole trust factor. I've been really resistant to video just because I hate seeing myself on camera, like I think a lot of us do. Mm-hmm. So, what are some other reasons why people might actually be resistant to video?
Well, the reason people are resistant, some people truthfully are resistant because they, even when I start to say that and I'm like, no, you know what it comes back to? It comes back to a fear of being shamed and a fear of being outed from the tribe. The fraud feeling comes up for people anyway without video. Mm-hmm. So the fear is that you're going to put up the videos. They're not going to look good. You're not going to look good, which is the fear of shame. So,
right.
It keeps coming back to it. The excuses that people come up with are a lot of times about the equipment. And it can be confusing. Like, where do I put it? How do I set it up? How do I frame it? Which is what I teach people. Because there are basic things you need to learn to make it look good. But the real resistance is always the monkey brain chatter telling us that we're not good enough, that people aren't going to like us. And, and the thing about I don't like how I sound, I don't like how I look, that's childhood. And that's some jerk. And I don't care if it's a parent or a bully or whatever. That's some jerk that said something once that stuck at a very vulnerable time in our lives. And so uncovering that, there's many of them usually, but uncovering those and squashing them is the most important thing anyone can do to get over themselves on video.
For me, it was just a matter of screw it, just do it,
Yes, exactly.
If nobody likes how I look on camera, they think my voice sounds funny, they can just move on. I don't care. Or I pretend not to care.
Yes, and me too.
But I don't want to hear it. If you think I look funny, don't tell me, okay?
Well, and doesn't it not matter what you look like on camera? Because no one's hiring you you don't have to be a movie star. We're not out here trying to emote insert famous celebrity here. That's not the point. The point is just to be real, authentic, and let people know what you're doing, what you're saying, what you have to offer, who you are, how you can help them.
Yeah.
You know,
I know Facebook Live is really taken off now, and everyone keeps telling me, you've got to do Facebook Live, you've got to do Facebook Live. And I'm like, I don't want to. And I don't know why, because I have no problem doing this. This is fun. This is easy. I don't, it's cool. But I think about Facebook Live, and for some reason, I just have this wall of resistance. And I don't know why.
Well, everyone doesn't need to go live.
No.
If you don't, the benefit to going live is that it is a conversation as opposed to something that you're watching. People get to talk back to you, and it's immediate, and you can engage in that moment. So that's one benefit where people can really be like, hey. And it's really useful if you have a decent following and they're checking in, because that can take people from warm to hot in terms of buyers, right? But it's not like people need to feel like they need to go live. I need to go live because I'm a video person. So I need to go live.
Practice what you preach.
Yes. And I have to stay on top of what's out there in terms of, the most recent technology and that kind of stuff. But the other thing about going live is it's pretty safe in terms of, like, if you're setting up your equipment and you got your lights and your background, and you got your hair and your makeup done, people expect a little bit of something, right? Live, they don't expect a whole lot, so you can be a little bit more casual with it. Some people go fancy-pantsy, and I kind of do. I mean, I set up my background and my lights, but you don't have to. You can give quick tidbits of information.
Yeah.
And if you're consistent, you can, sorry, this freaking thing keeps falling out.
I know, mine does too.
I usually have these big headphones on, but I thought it would be really obnoxious.
Right.
I'd look like a pilot.
My big gym headphones. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. But I was going to say, in terms of live, YouTube Live is really growing, and one might be better off. Right. I was watching this incredibly geeky webinar yesterday about Facebook versus YouTube and where to post and how long the post should be for each platform. And YouTube is better for anything over 5 minutes right now.
Okay.
But Facebook Live it's good for under 5 minutes, but the algorithms on Facebook supposedly say that you're going to do better and get more views if you have over 12 minutes. So there's so much conflicting information. It's really about, what's your story? Where is your audience? And then go out there and share. And that's it.
And maybe play with both platforms and see where you get the better conversion or the better audience from. I think part of my problem is I'm like, well, the hell am I going to say? I don't want to script it. I don't script anything. These aren't scripted. I have basic questions that I have the speakers send me, but I look at them and I just create my own anyway. So I don't
think I sent you questions.
You did send me questions, actually.
Oh, good.
I have them. And,
oh boy.
But it's not like I've been on podcasts where it's like, tell me your story, and they have the basic stock questions, and you can tell that it's total Q&A. And I'm like, I don't want that for my show. This is a conversation, and that's how I like things to be. So I think with Facebook Live, part of my resistance is I don't know what to say. I don't want to
I get topic ideas that are not necessarily video blog worthy, or I'm testing out the video blog worthiness of the topic. So that's when I'll go live. Sometimes I just get a bee in my bonnet and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go talk to you about this today. So I like to do that. Truthfully, what I teach is to be more consistent, have a schedule.
Sure.
I don't do it. I completely break my own rule, though I will be getting into much more regular scheduling of it. It's been a matter of, I was launching a course, so it's been a matter of like, I kind of got a little behind and hamster wheelish, and now I'm back practicing what I preach. Right.
We tend to do that. I always say the case of the cobbler's children never having the shoes. I think we're all guilty of it as entrepreneurs, letting our own stuff kind of slide.
Mm-hmm.
So for people who are resistant and they have this fear, what are some tips that we can give them? You know, my tip is just do it.
Mm-hmm.
Who cares what everybody thinks? Just get out there and start doing it. And as you start talking and you start doing the video, you'll be a lot more comfortable. But, you know, do you have some other tips so we can give people who are kind of reluctant to jump onto the video bandwagon?
Yeah, I mean, yes, just do it. Nike, smartest slogan ever. Just do it. And yeah, not overthinking it. Having a plan. If you are going to go live, bullet point your thoughts. But if you're just hesitant to even get started, or you've tried it and then you stopped because you started judging yourself,
right?
You know, go back to what I said before, which is, why is it you're saying negative things about yourself, and who really said that? Because it wasn't you. I often will have clients, you know, talk to their child, their inner child, their 5-year-old, and see if she can get on camera, because she can. You know, she's usually happy to.
Oh yeah, 5-year-olds for sure.
Right. One of the reasons that people sometimes say they don't want to is because it's like, seems like such a production, right? You have to set things up. You got to do your hair and makeup, and it's like a lazy thing. Like, oh, I don't even want to do that. One thing is if you're batching your content, so you're creating, I mean, I say 12 because let's say you want to release something every week and you make 12 videos in a day, which is absolutely doable. You of course have to take some time to write them.
Sure.
And then on the day of, though, you set up your lights, you change your clothes 4 times. That looks like 4 different, you know, things right there. Yeah. But if you're like hesitating and you're backing away because it seems like so much, it's simply because you have to go back to your why. And we started a business for a reason, whether it was financial freedom, or because we couldn't stand what we were doing, or it was because we wanted to spend more time with our children, or whatever it was. We had a big freaking why that came up. And that why is still the reason that you want to get on video, because video is the most powerful tool we have right now in marketing.
Right.
And if you don't do it because the blog's working, you know, that's fine, but that blog could be serving you tenfold as a video, where again, people get the know, like, trust factor looking you in the eye. So you got to get back to why in the world you started in the first place, and then just accept that video it's here to stay. It's not going anywhere.
And you know, it's so much easier to write. You just had me thinking, I'm sorry. It's so much easier to just get on here and create a 2-minute video than to sit down and actually write an article.
Exactly. I mean, an article, like when I write articles, they take me a few hours to get it, to tweak it, you know, come back to it, make sure it's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, start, stop. And if you take the content of that article, which might be 2 pages long or 3 pages long, and you turn that into a 3-minute video, then that video, you know, what I do is I'll put a video up on YouTube, and then I'll put it up on Facebook, and then I'll put it up on Instagram, which then shares to my Twitter, and not all at the same time. But that one video gets me, you know, 4 to 5 repurposing moments, whereas one blog is just one blog, and that's all I got. So video, and also I take the audio out of my video, which I haven't done anything with it yet, but eventually I'll start a podcast or something, or just start releasing things on SoundCloud, and that's my, you know, it's my 1-minute mantra or something. Just, I haven't figured out what I'm going to call this, but I've got all this audio ready to go for later.
Spitting over here.
Oh, good. Good. That's the point.
I may start. Yeah, I think I might actually take my blog and make it a more of a video blog instead. Blog, as they call it.
Yeah.
And you know, you can always either write out the copy and post the copy for people who want to read it. Because I'm one of those. It's faster for me to read than to sit and listen to a video.
Yeah, me too.
You know, a lot of people like to have it playing in the background or whatever. So you could actually just put the copy in the blog post as well.
Yeah,
love the video.
And in YouTube, because YouTube helps you rank on Google, you want to be really careful and specific about what you put in the description. And you can totally put the transcript in the description, you should also put the transcript, and there's a transcript section
Mm-hmm.
of YouTube, and the transcript, you should put that in there that shows up as closed captions, because that really helps you rank on Google via
Okay.
YouTube.
I'm over here scribbling notes. When you guys see me looking down, you should know this by now. But if you're new to my podcast and you see me looking down, it's because I'm scribbling notes.
Scribble away.
Yes, because I don't have time to go back and listen. So I scribble as I talk.
I'm the same thing. Like some videos I will watch, and some videos I just want to read the notes, you know? And so I love when people have them available, and especially the time-stamped notes. You know, I don't do that all the time. That's something that my VA and I are going to get into, where certain topics come up and you can just time stamp those and people can go, oh, good, I'll go to minute 5.
Right. And watch the video. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. That's a really good idea. So let's talk some basics as far as equipment. You've mentioned equipment, already, and that's part of the resistance. So I know for me, I don't have a fancy schmancy setup. I have my little thingy back here because otherwise you see my messy bedroom because I never make my bed, right?
Yep.
So I have this back here because it's pretty. I did splurge and I bought a light because otherwise my lighting sucked big time. So I do have a big ring light. I spent like $90 on it. This I think was $80 on Amazon. That's it.
Yeah.
The microphone in my computer. I use the webcam in my computer. Yeah, maybe the quality is not super uber sharp, but for what I'm doing, it works just fine. So I spent $160 on equipment.
Yeah, and that's probably the most anyone would need to spend to get started. Yeah, because you want things to monetize themselves. Sure. You don't want to go spending $500 when you don't need to. That's something you can upgrade to if the videos are something that end up bringing you in the clients, which they do, but you can upgrade later when more money is coming in if that's an issue. But like I bought, and this is probably less expensive now, a 3-light setup. Most people don't need the 3 lights. 3 lights is because I do green screen. Like you can see my little screen here.
Right.
And you need extra light for that kind of thing. But I got a 3-light setup that came with a green screen and like all these poles to hold the background up. And it was like $160 that. Now I think it's like $120. Okay. But you can buy 2 softbox lights for, I think, $60. I know a thought leader out there who does videos with a shower curtain behind her. It looks like a brick wall.
Nice.
It is a shower curtain, and it's cool. That's actually, I don't know how to say her last name, Bushra, do you know her? I've bought her courses, and I can't pronounce her name. It's terrible. I'll get her name. But she has it's literally a shower curtain. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go find some shower curtains because I spent $100 on my backdrop. And I'm like, yeah, I'm do that. But you've got your shoji board there, 80. You need lights, you need a mic, and these are our headphones. Right. And that's a microphone. And so people can use that, but you can also buy a $10 microphone that goes into your mobile device. And that's very important. The microphone is incredibly important, and the light is incredibly important. But, a mic, 2 lights, that's under $100 right there. And you've just upgraded. It's not going to cost you a fortune
to get going. And in the beginning, when I first started doing some videos and stuff, before I started the podcast, I didn't even have that. I mean, I had the screen just for the simplicity of having the screen, but I didn't have the light. So when I was doing video interviews for other people, I'm like, gosh, I really need to do something because otherwise it was really, really dark. Yeah. Even though I have a desk lamp, and I would shine it right in my eyes, so then I'd have to be trying not to squint. But so I did, finally break down and get the ring light, and that really helps a lot because my area in my room is not bright. It is dark.
Yeah, if you don't have a window that's got, lovely sunlight coming in, and I don't in Brooklyn, that's for sure.
Exactly.
Then I need the light. And I'm facing a wall, so I can't put a light behind me. I mean, I couldn't clip something on my computer that would come out. But instead what I do is I take my light and I shine it off of my wall, and it's bouncing on me.
That's exactly what mine's doing. Mine's like right in front of my computer, right up in the corner here. I'm trying to point so you guys can see. But yeah, it's like right up in front of me, and it's shining right against the wall, which then reflects on me.
I can show you.
You can see. Oh, yeah, there you go.
That's it. Behind the curtains, there it is.
And I can adjust it, so I can turn it, and say, okay, well, that's too bright. I look, glary. So I can play with it and just kind of turn it and see, okay, that's perfect. I don't have a glare, but I have enough light on me that I don't.
Right, we can see your eyes.
A shiny face going on.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. So no, not expensive at all to get started. There's sometimes it can be a little scary to buy equipment and go, oh God, now where do I put it? How far do I put the light from me?
Right.
What angle, that kind of thing. But that's what I teach people.
Yeah. And I think in the beginning, I got my light all wonky now. So
that's all right.
I think in the beginning too, as you get going and once you do start making more money and you become more well-known, then, you're definitely going to ramp up the qualities. I mean, I can't see somebody like Jeff Walker, I know when he does his videos, he goes and he's got a full production area with a screen and he's, yeah. I'm sure has spent, several hundred, if not thousands of dollars on his production. And, some of these other big guys do, but that's because with their launches, they're making 7 figures.
Yeah.
You've got to have that high quality at the end. But in the beginning, people understand. I'm not looking at these guys' videos going, wow, he really should have used a Yeti mic. And I'm listening to his content. I don't care what the video looks. I'm probably not even watching the video half the time. I've got it playing in the background. So
yeah, the only thing the time that I think that the quality does matter, where you either want a professional or you want to have set it up so that it looks really higher quality, is if it's a calling card video or if it's like a launch video where you're asking for $2,000 to $5,000 or $10,000. You can't look like you need it. I keep saying this. It sounds terrible. But it's like, if you're selling something for $2,000, you can't look like you desperately need the $2,000. Right? It's just subconscious. People are like,
my product because you can see that I need to upgrade my screen.
Right? I need a new camera. And I told this story earlier today. There's a woman who was launching for a retreat, and the retreat sounded lovely. It was a fantastic location. It sounded like it was going to be incredibly beneficial. But she was sitting on her couch with her mobile device, looking up her nose at her brown wall and her brown couch. And she hadn't done anything to prepare for this. And, maybe she, and I went to her website to see if perhaps she did have like a higher quality video so I could kind of go, all right, who is she and what is her brand? But to me, her brand was just somebody sitting like in a living room in, I don't know, name a poor state. I won't do it. It just was like, I was not going to go to that retreat, even though everything sounded wonderful. And it was because of the video quality. And that was it.
Well, that's really good to keep in mind.
Yeah. And so that's why I'm always trying to teach people to just up level, because you can absolutely do hot mess videos. If you want to go live in your bathrobe and with your hair in a towel, that's cool. Like if that's your brand, or if that's, hey, I'm a busy mom.
Your persona,
right? Then, or every now and then, whatever. It doesn't have to be perfect all the time. Sometimes I'm out in New York City and I look like crap, but I'm like, I'm going to tell you a story. Look, what's going on. There's so many things, but you do.
Which is cool, because that way people are actually caught up in the moment. They don't, oh, wow, she didn't put on any makeup today. And look at her,
She's wearing a hoodie.
She's got her hoodie on. I've done a couple of the podcasts in my hoodie.
Yeah, well, and why not? It's cash. You're at home.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so that makes sense. If we're going to go for high quality, selling those premium packages,
right?
It's like your sales page. You can't have a crappy sales page and expect it to convert. It's got to be top dollar based on whatever it is that you're selling. So
exactly,
the video's going to have to be the same. That makes total sense to me.
It's business.
It is, and these are tax write-offs, by the way.
Yes.
So they're investments in your business. You write them off on your taxes. You need those extra deductions so that Uncle Sam doesn't take half of what you make like he does with me every year.
Yep. And if you're doing, like when you're traveling, people want to know what you're up to. Like if you're an entrepreneur that travels, that goes on vacation, and if you go live on vacation, you technically made that a write-off.
That's true. Oh my God. Why didn't we have this conversation last year before I did my drive across the country? I could have done live in every state or something.
Yeah. And it's fun because people are like, oh, I'm going to go see where Tracey is. Ooh,
Yeah.
how fun, you know?
I did pictures. We took pictures of every time we crossed the state line. Me and the girls got out and we took pictures at the state line.
That's wonderful.
And I'm telling you, people were, of course my friends and family were, but, even other people, they were like, they went on this vacation with me.
Yeah.
They experienced when I drove over the mountaintop and with this little one lane road over the mountaintop because my GPS was crazy. And, they experienced all that with me and they ate it up. So that's a really good point. If you go on vacation or something, take your drive with you.
Take it. Yep. Go live. And if you can't stream.
It strengthens that no like trust factor.
Yeah. Yeah. It makes you real. And if you can't stream because you're in, Bali or something, though they do have Wi-Fi in Bali.
Right.
Then, record it, upload it later when you got the Wi-Fi.
Exactly.
Tax-deductible.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So I just want to make sure I've got my notes. We've covered, I think, how to get started, how to overcome your resistance, what kind of equipment we need, how to make some good quality, where to post them.
Yeah.
So, people, I think we've got everything we need to get you up and running. So get going. I want to start seeing some videos.
Yeah. Yeah. And tag us.
Definitely tag us. Yeah. We want to see your videos. Yeah. So awesome. Colleen, this has been wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I really enjoyed it.
Excited. I've got some notes here so I can go and do some things to make these even better.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me know if you have any questions.
Yeah, you bet. I will. I'll definitely reach out. And for you, if you're watching this and you have questions for Colleen, all her information is going to be down below this video. So you can click the buttons to go find her online, go click on her website, get all her free stuff, go buy her course, get yourself up on video so that you can start making even more money than you are now.
I do also travel to people and make videos for them while I coach them.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah. Red carpet your booty.
Nice. That would be fun. I've thought about doing that, the whole, makeover and the hair thing. And I'm like, so
yeah, you don't have to go far. I mean, you look good.
It's just so not me. Yeah, you're lucky I even have makeup on. All right. This has been fun. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
For those listening, thank you for tuning in as always. We'll catch you on the next show.